Hi, Ray Terry here, puttoolsinschools.org, down here in Pineville, North Carolina today at Carolina Urban Lumber. Damon Barrett.
Ray Terry.
Good to see you, sir. I've known Damon quite a few years now. How long have we known each other?
At least 8.
8 to 10, something like that. Met at one of those networking functions one night. And I was very intrigued by his whole concept down here at Carolina Urban Lumber. And I'm going to ask him, what's this all about?
Well, it's all about a few things. First is using local trees to the best of their ability. These trees are all waste products in a city like ours. So we have 5 different sawmills. We saw all this lumber ourselves, age it, dry it. That's step 1. Then we offer it in any form you can imagine, whatever your dream is. We've got craftsmen here, design folks, and we build what we want to call heirloom quality furniture. And what heirloom means is it means it's going to last for you and pass it down for kids and kids. It's quality. So that's what it's about, is preserving it.
And as you can see behind us here, all the live edge slabs of wood, all of this was recovered and cut down right here in the Charlotte metro area, right?
That's correct.
And each slab, tell us about each slab.
Well, we have about 20 different species on every given day, from hackberry to walnut, red oak, white oak, poplar, maple, lots of different species. And then these slabs, because of their different sizes, we may cut them different thicknesses for dry time reasons. And again, these logs aren't pretty logs. These aren't sawmill quality veneer logs. These are just what we have, and we have to make the best of them. So in front of me, we have a table here that's going to be a conference room table, and it's got a little undulation. Well, that would have been cold out in the big lumber world. They wouldn't have wanted that log.
And that's referred to as a live edge table.
Live edge table.
There you go.
And we have some square edge tables that we're building over here. We've got a round table over here that we're building.
You just built puttoolsinschools.org, our toolbox patio, our podcast studio table.
Yes.
And it's at ambrosia maple. Now, how many people have heard of ambrosia maple? It got tremendous character. We'll show you that in another video. But every tree here has got history behind it, labeled on it.
That's right. So what we do when we can, when the tree service extracts these trees, they write down the address. Then we have a tracking system. That address gets geotagged, and we can even put a stamp on the bottom of the table that tracks back to where it grew.
There's a bar here in town.
Open Tap might be the one you're speaking of.
Open Tap down off Carmel Road. If you want to see his product, you want to see poplar. Now, poplar's normally referred to as junk trees.
I'm sure.
But those tables down there sure don't look like junk trees, and they're poplar.
That's right.
And man, they are nice. So if you want to see a great example of many tables they offer in styles, take a trip down there, and it's amazing. Yeah. That's why I hooked back up with you. I saw them, and each one of those tables too are marked with a QR code that you can download that QR code, and it'll give you the history on that table, on that tree.
That's right.
Where it came from. Amazing.
Well, we just like to tell the story because we think it matters.
It's a great story, and if you're in the market for a mantle, anything, as you can see right here in the workshop here, the cabinet, I wouldn't call this a cabinet shop. This is a bona fide heavy-duty woodworking shop here.
Yeah, everything but cabinets. We try not to swing a door or make a drawer unless it's like a custom vanity or custom bar. But
you do it in custom scenarios.
We do it, but cabinet makers are cabinet makers, and we are not them, and they are not us, and we know what we do well.
Actually, they're a few tiers above cabinet making, honestly.
There's some nice cabinet making going on.
You betcha.
But we're custom furniture and woodwork, so that's what we do.
Now that we know about Carolina Urban Lumber and what they do, let me ask you, how long have you been here?
I've been in this building 8 years, been in business 11 and 12 almost.
All right, craftsmen.
Yes.
Are they hard to find?
Yes. Impossible.
They're not only hard, they're impossible, he said. How you find your labor?
Well, hopefully by performing in the marketplace and people hear about us, and then they hear we do interesting things, and they would rather work here than in a factory that they have job now, possibly. And like Wally, a number of the folks here have had other jobs, just not that give them as gratification or meaning. I tend to care a lot, so that's how I recruit people. Purpose
and happiness.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
but you find them.
I find them, and I think it's getting harder. Obviously, we work hard. We work fast, and it's hot today. It's awful to work, and in the winter it's cold. But the outcome at the end of the day always brings us back the next day.
Absolutely. Wally.
Pleasure, Ray.
Good to meet you, sir.
Good to meet you.
What do you do down here at Carolina Urban? Lumber,
I get to do a lot of things. I build custom furniture. We do a lot of bar tops, tabletops, floating shelves, mantles. We have sawmills, kilns. We dry our own slabs from the Charlotte area, and we make beautiful furniture.
How long you been working here?
Almost 2.5 years.
2.5 years, but you've obviously got some love and passion for woodworking.
Yes, sir.
Well, how'd you get here?
Just kind of happenstance. I was a restaurant guy for over 20 years and just got burnt out on the late nights, bar scene, drunks, and
So you really got out of high school, went into the restaurant pathway, and then decided one day, this ain't for me anymore.
yeah, it was mostly just, it was the late nights and just like I said,
Oh, I
just
understand.
nothing good happens after midnight.
Right, so you got into woodworking.
Yes, sir.
Did you do it by happenstance and just walk into it? Or?
Kind of revitalized it. My dad was a carpenter for a long time. He worked at Winthrop University in Rock Hill and just grew up around tools, and I knew how to turn a baseball bat before I could drive a car.
You didn't like restaurateuring, right?
I loved food. I still do. It was time.
I got you. So how old are you?
I'm 40. I'll be 41
You're
soon.
40. Where are you from?
Rock Hill.
Rock Hill, homie.
Yep.
There you go. Southern boy. So the whole purpose for me interviewing you and being here at Carolina Urban Lumber today is to really raise the awareness about the career and pathways and opportunities there are in woodworking, along with many, many other career pathways in the trades. But this is the trades. This is woodworking 101 at its finest. You know, Carolina Urban Lumber is kind of unique and specialized in what they do. And well, I'll tell you this, I know of what they do down here, and it's absolutely incredible. If you're looking for a specialized, unique, high-ticket piece of furniture that you can trace the history behind the tree it's built with, you need to visit Carolina Urban Lumber. Wouldn't you say so?
That's really one of the things that kind of drew me here when I found out about the not value system, but the ID system.
The recycling behind all this.
The recycling.
All these slabs in this area here, in this building, were recovered right here in the Charlotte metro area. Every one of them are recovered, recycled trees with brands, with nomenclature on each slab, identifying where that came from, what tree it's part of, the species, and various information that people might need to know.
Yes, sir.
And live edge, you've heard the terminology live edge. Well, I'm looking at a wall full of it, which we'll pop some photos in here too. Now, you're in woodworking. What do you see in your future?
Oh, that's a good one.
You're 40 years old. Just reach 40. 40's a definite benchmark in age.
Yeah. Well, I'm one of the lucky few where my house is paid for. My property is mine. I own it, so I don't have to worry about paying a mortgage.
I hear you.
So I don't have to really think as hard as a lot of people do.
Absolutely.
I just try to enjoy being here and just enjoy making the furniture.
You love what you do.
I love what I do, and I get to do it.
And there's a difference right there. Most kids have no clue about the opportunities, the rewards. Do you feel good in what you do?
Absolutely.
You feel purpose-filled?
Absolutely.
It makes you feel real good to see your piece of furniture in a building or a lawyer's office somewhere.
One of the best things is once we deliver something or install something in somebody's house and just see the look on their face. It's like Christmas every day.
What advice would you give any young kid in high school about working with their hands?
Take care of your hands. Take care of your hands and learn as much as you can about what you're doing. If you're going to do something, do it with passion and integrity.
There you go. Well, Wally. You're not Will, you're Wally.
I'm not. Right.
You're Walter.
I am Walter.
Wally, short for Walter.
That's right.
There you go. Folks, that's another career pathway, another example of what you can do right out of high school. Great career pathway, great training opportunities here at Carolina Urban Lumber. Passion, purpose. Folks, all we're doing here is raising the awareness around the trades. This is another career pathway right out of high school. Would you hire somebody out of high school that wants to learn?
Absolutely. I'm personally a high school dropout, so I hoed a tough road, and I knew that if I was going to make it, I would have to work really hard and be smart. And I learned this trade, and I've been doing it 30 years, and anybody can do it. You just have to put in a little time and want to do it.
If you've got any advice for someone coming out of high school that doesn't want to go to college, doesn't want to play the normal routine of education, you might say, what advice would you offer?
Learn something and dedicate yourself to it, because you're not going to know it until you spend enough time doing it.
And if you don't love it?
Well, if you don't love it, I mean, I have one opinion, a little different opinion, and that is this. If you dedicate yourself to something, some purpose in your life, it will end up being your passion, because you feel so good that you've become an expert at it, that it gives you passion to go to work knowing that I don't know how many people in town can do this.
Very few.
So I didn't love it out of high school, but it's what I became. And
there you go.
And now I'm highly passionate about it.
High school dropout. He is the owner, principal behind Carolina Urban Lumber. Been here how long again in the business?
11 years.
11 years. Folks, entrepreneurship at its finest right here. Damon Barron, Carolina Urban Lumber.
Thank you, Ray.
Thank you for talking to us today. Folks, come down right here in Pineville. What's your address?
10412 Rodney Street, like Dangerfield. Rodney Street in Pineville.
There you go. Carolina Urban Lumber, puttoolsinschools.org. Visit the website, see what we're doing. Be a part of it, volunteer. We'd love to have you. We'll talk to you soon.